Alright, so the day today is March 1st, and I'll be doing a little walkthrough of what Zetro looks like. So we're just going to open up a reading, a typical looking textbook reading, and this is what the website looks like. So you click on a reading. I already uploaded at this point and created a new note for it, but it's super straightforward. You just click create note here and then upload it. So this is what it looks like. And right now you can't actually annotate anything on the web. You have to use the app just due to some technical limitations, so that's no issue. You can just click annotator, and if you don't have it installed, you can click download right here, but I do have it installed. So I'm just gonna open in the app, and then here we are. So this is what the main editing interface looks like. You can see we have this box up here, and this is basically, you can think of it as like your physical highlighter box. So right now there's two highlighter options. There's either a highlight or a heading, and they have kind of different behaviors. So we're just going to start off, we're going to switch to a heading. So I just click on it, and we're now as a heading. And like, what is good practice? You usually want to highlight your headings when you're doing like a reading, just so you can keep track of like your notes on it. So we're just going to we're just going to highlight it, and then we can just click heading, and it marks it as a heading right here on the side. And then we want to switch to a highlight now. Think of it as like picking up a physical marker. So we grabbed our blue marker, now we're switching it to a yellow marker. And then you're reading through and you're like, oh wow, this sentence right here is interesting. I want this to be in my notes. So you just click it and then or highlight it, sorry, and you can click highlight. And it'll actually show up right under that heading automatically. It'll detect that this heading is above, or that this heading is above this highlight, and I'll put it right under it. And then you can keep going. You're like, oh wow, yes, this sentence here is nice. So you just click on it, and you can actually use the key command Shift Command H, and it'll automatically do the highlights. You don't have to keep clicking up here, just so it's a little bit faster. And then that paragraph's over, and you're like, oh, I want to get this heading now. So you can go and you can do you can use Command 1 or Command 2 to switch between the highlighters. So I just use Command 2 to switch to a heading. Same thing again, we're going to highlight this. It shows up there, except it's going to put this heading under this heading just because it doesn't know the hierarchy of them necessarily. That's no issue. All you have to use is the left arrow key, and it'll pull that heading inwards. We're just going to hit it, and it's now not attached to that node. And then we can continue highlighting. So we highlight this here, and then we're good to go. And then let's say this box was interesting, but you don't necessarily want to highlight everything in it. You maybe just want to write like a 2-sentence summary. So you can just click on the little add text box button here, and then you can just start typing. You can say some notes on box 2.4, and then you can click enter, and then it'll just save. And then sure enough, you can keep going, and you want to add this to your notes. And what actually happens when you make a highlight, it'll try to find the other closest highlight on the page. And in this case, it was that one. So it kind of threw off the order here. That's no issue. You can just click and drag, and they'll switch order. And then you keep scrolling, and you're like, okay, another heading, highlight. It's wrong indent level, no issue. You can just hit the left arrow key, or you can hit it again. You can pull it all the way in. The left arrow keys just kind of move how much of an indent it has. And then let's say you're like, oh, actually, I kind of want this box 2.4 notes. So you can just kind of highlight this. So we're just going to do like that. And then we're going to switch our mode to a highlighter. And then we're just going to want to do this. And then automatically it found, it put this in the right location. Then we can just do that, and it'll nest it under that one. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we got going right now. Undo, redo, everything works fine there. And then if we actually go back to the website, everything will update once the page refreshes. The other thing that we have on the website, which is nice, is you can actually switch to dark mode and light mode. Yeah, so not too much here yet, but more to come still. And yeah.